Hello and welcome, Gnarcolepsy versus Singularity. Today, reffing is Jehudi. He's one of the new refs. Super Stars is going to be here, making sure everything kind of goes smoothly. And co-casting with me is Joshi, fellow mate of Team Titus.
Titus cast, only the best.
Sounds like you have chips.
I have a bag that has a piece of chocolate in it.
A piece of chocolate. It's a Halloween candy, right?
Possibly.
I just had my pound of bacon. I'm ready to go.
Oh god.
But this new stuff I bought is like, they cooked it so thin. It was like mostly fat or something. I wasn't very happy.
I just got done with dinner at Chili's, which is not the greatest, but it was alright. Looks like we're getting ready to go.
This is a Marine top spawn week for Tram. So we're gonna have to do resets until Marine spawn top.
I estimate about 8 resets before we get top.
I don't think it'll be that much. That one day was just a fluke.
After
it was
15?
like 16 or 18 resets.
It was obnoxious.
That bag is so noisy. Joshie, please. Gnarcolepsy's been looking really strong lately, especially on the Marine half. I kind of expect them to take this this match 4-0, but I would be pleasantly surprised to see Singularity take a Marine round. I don't expect them to take an Alien round.
I'll have to agree with that. I haven't really seen Singularity play too much lately. We got to scrim Gnarcolepsy once or twice in the last 2 weeks. Definitely a stronger Marine-sided team.
Shu looks to have some sort of connection to Shu.
That's just Shu. We like to call Shu the alcalde of the NA scene. The best internet around.
Gnarcolepsy is ready. Loading on Singularity. They're ready. So hopefully we'll have Marine spawning on top so we don't have to do a reset.
Don't jinx it. And before aliens self-spawn.
Oh gosh.
RIP. I still say we're gonna boogie about 12 at least. 12 at least resets.
It's not gonna happen.
12 at least.
Come on.
Oh yeah, true. So what was your call? Your call was 6?
I didn't think I made the call.
Oh, I thought you did.
I'd say 5 total.
5.
Both halves. See.
Heyo.
So we got Marine starting, Gnarcolepsy up in the north side and Warehouse. Singularity spawning in shipping. 2 drifters and a whip already dropped, so it's probably going to be looking at a double expand here. And
Looks
the
like
whole alien team coming up the west side.
Yep, definitely a crush here. Kind of an odd counter here. 3 Marines from Gnarcolepsy moving through hub. Haven't seen a 3 hub push in a long time. Super heavy pressure.
Sweetie Body killing 1 skulk up there in the Orware hallway and chipping the other 3 pretty good. So they're all gonna have to come back down and try to deal with this 3 pressure instead of going to base.
They can clear this though. They'll be in a good spot because Marines have no RTs in the map right now either. Gonna go for that base harvester.
All 3 Marines are parasited. These Fanta yellows. We got 2 Marines coming in, or skulks coming in from the flank. Iron from down the hallway. That's a very good setup on that crush. Only 1 skulk died for 3 Marines. Marines are now have mines up, and they're just getting their first extractors online. So this delayed the Marine economy by quite a bit doing this 3 pressure. And they already have an arms lab drop. They're not going to be able to use that arms lab for at least 30 seconds. And that's going to delay their RTs as well.
Singularity doing a great job with that crush. Looks like they're opting for a quick repair takeover from a warehouse spawn. I haven't seen that too often either. Usually teams like to go to the ET side since it's a little bit more secure, but again, 3 Marines I see from north are going to start pushing down probably to the same spot, I would assume.
Repair dropped pretty early against the warehouse spawn. This is kind of a dangerous thing to do. But when you have res to spare, you might as well go for it. These Marines are going to logistics instead. 1 whip in here at the doorway. We have shift hive just started. So they might have enzyme for this fight, depending on how early they take it. 2 skulks coming in flank from repair. Make that 3 skulks coming in from repair. It's going to be a 6 skulk crush.
Take it.
Maybe only 5. I don't know what the other one is. Only 1 Marine
Can
left.
you do it? Can you do it?
Here comes Ari trying to clean up. He's doing the right thing here. He's just staying alive, waiting for the next spawner, and they'll take a 2v1, or maybe even a 3v1.
Yeah, the harvester's not dead either. They can easily get assist on it. Get back in your chair. Oh, Akane's not even spawned yet. Rip.
They just need to take him at the same time. Or Cookie, I'll just dive in there. Sweetie Body crouch. Sweetie Body.
Logic will be very low, but it will not die. That puts aliens on 4 RTs in great position.
2
right
Marines
now.
running in here to oh, they back out though. They could have gotten that RT very easily.
And a fresh Crag. Aliens doing a really good job defending, but they need to start getting in that res. That whole upper right server quadrant needs to be taken out, because that's like the Marine stronghold for their res flow.
But like we said with this arms lab, the arms lab has been dropped for 2 minutes, and it's just now getting its armor 1 started.
Yeah, it was a great delay.
Aliens were going on 5 RTs. Shu gets the drifter pick, and we'll get this RT.
Lurk
they're
is
gonna
up
use-
in the hands of Shades too.
Yeah, they're going to use these Shade and Cowboy Lurks to clear the 2 pressure in south tunnels.
Gotta be careful, it's 3 there now.
2 now.
Really good job. Look how many like meds they're spending too. It's probably close to a 10 med engagement right there to keep them alive.
Shu with a little bit of a lag. Kind of helps him out a little bit. Ari missed his 3rd bite because Shu warped. Marines are switching to logistics, but this harvester's at full. There's 2 whips in the doorway and 2 lurks here to defend. Sweetie's working on repair, but it's taking him a really long time to kill this single RT with no defense. I really should have been down by now. Shade's a little overcommitting. Cookie Cowboy comes in on the flank. There's now 3 Marines here in logistics. Make that 2. Kane doing a good job of moving these whips around.
Singularity finally getting through to a server area, get some res down. They need to take out this logistics push. Plenty of time here.
Really
for these whips.
bullying his Marines with the whips. That was a great job on Kane's part.
All they lost was a Craig there. That's not really that big of a deal.
These Marines are forced to come back up to this northeast side of the map to try to defend the res. And Cowboy will get this RT down. It's okay if he dies here. He doesn't have to do anything more. They got that RT. They're forced to recap.
I think you meant Cookie, but yes.
Cookie, yes. Their names are so similar. It's really annoying. Why couldn't one of them have spelt it with a K?
But it still would have been confusing.
Ari versus Sweetie Bot. The sneak offs. Sweetie Bot wins.
Sneaky, sneaky. So like Singularity can go for an ET takeover next, which, like I said in the beginning, was a smart move. This kind of odd base here, outside of Hub. I don't think I've seen that before.
I have not seen that before. I'm not sure how well it will work. If we get down here in third person, I think you can shoot. This door prop is really buggy. You can't really shoot past it. So I think that whip's going to be able to do damage before the Marine can. Shades gets ripped by Shu. But Cowboy should be able to deal with press down, or he's going to be forced to back out. Marines have 1-1 finish, and Obs is complete, but no phase tech started. They're looking to go on to 7 RTs. I think that's a little bit of an overcap. You don't quite need that much res if you can just apply pressure. And Marines are transitioning into this this like zoning strategy that we've seen from like Damage Networks and some other teams that just don't like or aren't capable of doing pressure. I don't know if incapable is the right word. Sometimes they just get bogged down in like trying to deal with this PvE instead of going after the res. Like these 2 Marines can just come down south tunnels and go into observation instead of like spending this 30 or 40 seconds dealing with this PvE. Like ADHD just ran in here and he's hitting the res. But it's too late because the fades are already up. And the fades are going to be able to push them out through this line across the middle of the map.
Definitely. I'd like to see them take over ET and lock that down with this fade pressure. You just gotta be careful in these hub engagements with 3 Marines.
With the warehouse spawn, the Marines are going to be able to reinforce this really quickly. These lurks are going to have to transition into res biting instead of hunting Marines. 1 skulk is not enough to kill 7 RTs in a reasonable amount of time.
Nope. If you play smart though, you can definitely be annoying.
Shotguns.
Like
Go ahead, Josh.
I was just saying, you can't sack on RTs now. You just gotta keep bouncing between all these RTs and just being as annoying as possible. Because they will slowly get down, but these spades should easily be able to hold them everything off. I'm sorry,
Shotguns
go
are
ahead.
finished. Weapons 2 is 3/4 of the way done. Again, these lurks really need to transition to res biting.
Yeah.
Cowboy's finally on this RT. Shades just needs to come kill platform while the Iron dances with Sweetie Bot. And these fades need to not get picked.
Shotguns are up now in Hub. The hands of Shu.
Look at those med packs. Jesus Christ, Simba. You can time the drops, man. You don't have to just carpet the floor.
8. We like to call those decoy meds. It's decoy used to carpet bomb.
Sea of meds. Ari waiting for this crag to be built instead of going back to the hive and heal, so he's not going to be able to engage these 2 Marines. Iron's still doing work on the top right res, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. He doesn't really need to... He can't really contribute to these fights yet. Shade's stuck in the ore vent.
Just gotta be careful.
His team needs to pull over to help him out. Although at this point, losing a lurk isn't exactly the worst thing, because you don't really have that dichotomy about whether or not to go on res or to engage Marines. Like as a skulk, you just know to go on res.
pretty sure Singularity is going to be dropping the ET Hive very soon. They have the PvE set up, and they're floating just about 40 res. But kind of is building more crags and base.
More crags.
Need more crags.
Never having no crags. Cowboy getting out through the warehouse. Now he's stuck in the mez vent.
Nah, he's out. Just playing it smart though, having the Drifter scout for him.
Alright, so Singularity's next move is to start killing these shotgunners and camping their shotguns to prevent the recap. The weapons stay on the floor for 30 seconds. It's not a big deal for you to stay there that long. And you really only need to kill them like the next 1 or 2 Marines that come for it.
Yep. If Gnarcolepsy plays, oh, watch those fades.
Ari got stuck on the whip, almost got killed.
Yeah. Almost pulled a Volk. From the World Cup. Volk getting stuck on a whip and flashing. I'd be willing to bet that we're going to see a hub gate fairly soon, because that's usually Gnarcolepsy. Well, back when they were DN, that was their playstyle. Once they got in this position, it was just straight to arcs from here.
Ari needs to hit some swipes. Getting really low.
Both Ari and Bressa missing a lot of shots and swipes there.
Cookie should be able to clean this up, maybe?
Out of energy.
Forced out. This 2-push in the logistic is just gonna might try to get a phase gate, but the group is gonna come crush it.
Yep.
Singularity, wow, those fades both got really low. One does go down. That's exactly what you didn't want to happen there. Those fades are so important. But this fight in Hub went on so long that the 2 Marines were able to kill logistics. Singularity made the right call by not trying to respond to that too early, but they just needed to end the fight in Hub early or quicker so that they could respond before all that stuff was lost. So losing that fade puts more pressure on Cookie. I don't even know where Cookie is. Here's Cookie.
No.
Cookie's basically the only thing holding the Marines back from pushing. But
there's the hive drop.
There's the hive drop.
I almost would have liked to see that hive drop a little bit sooner, like a few minutes back when he had the initial PD set up.
And before that phase gate went out.
Exactly.
So we have this repair warehouse hub triangle gate, and their entire intention here looks to be to holding onto res while they tech up. They're going to go for weapons 3 and armor 2, and then probably try to push.
But with this triangle though, I'm not a super big fan of it, because as soon as AD gets out of meds, that's going to be like free reign and all that those RTs up there.
Cookie getting so low. And this is what Singularity's focus should be. They should be pushing all the skulks and even the lurks up through this mez line and killing all this res up here. You just power down this single Marine with the fade, and then you come back and defend with a fade and a lurk, and that'll keep them from pushing in.
80 and Ari mind games up here in the platform. They don't know where each other are. Oh, and 80 picks them.
We have the Onos up from Iron.
Onos will be crucial. Iron?
Oh,
you're lagging.
Cookie.
Could easily be a dead gate here.
This could be a dead Onos too. This is a really dangerous play to make.
Scout that. Tell him to get out.
He's got to run. Oh, he's gonna get out of here.
This might have been too late.
Unless Cookie can pull off some big moves.
He's got to tank the bullets. Tank the bullets.
An 80 coming in. Clutch move from Cowboy.
He's not out yet. That was
Cowboy saved
risky.
Iron's ass. Holy crap. Alright, so this is why you don't go for the repair gate when they have this hub gate. It's so easy to get pinched by those logistics hallway. The better move,
safer.
The better move to make is to use the Onos at elevator to kind of bully the Marines into hub, and you just keep pushing people past to deal with the res. If you keep drops the platform through mezzanine RTs down, then they only sit on 3, and you can handle 3 RT Marines. They don't have enough res to cap back then.
Iron's got his Singularity, so he's definitely going to be able to handle this hub push pretty easily. You just need to get rid of Sweetie and just get out there on that res. So if they take on that whole triangle, it'll put Marines on 3 RTs. Just gotta get lyrics up there.
Oh, Iron. That's a dead on us. That's unfortunate.
They could take the gate off it, but yeah.
Cowboy doesn't check the corner. Cookie doing some really good dodging. Shades is really low on energy. And look at this RT graph. The last RT killed was at like 11 minutes. And that's just not enough res pressure.
They're getting me coming soon.
They certainly are. They're getting bogged down trying to deal with this repair gate, and all they have to do is run everybody up past this hub gate.
There they go.
Finally getting through. Cowboy getting through.
I mean, like a lurk and a fade can hold off the CT push if the arcs come up, so they can easily take down all that res by that time.
Especially with the biobomb whips here, like you can't push the arcs into that until, I guess they can arc the whips, which is what they look like they're going to be doing. That was a nice pick by Cookie.
Start moving your whips out. You know what's coming.
Finally, these skulks got up here. I would pull this crag back too, closer to the hive. After the arc moves up to the hive siege spot, the arc prioritizes hives over anything else, so you can move the crag back up here. But as it sits right now, that arc is going to target the crag. And that might actually kill the whips too.
Next volley, you'll kill one whip. Or not.
He's moving the whips up again. That's a bad idea.
He's trying to delay, I'm guessing.
Oh, there goes Cookie. He takes 3 shotguns right to the face. I think Kane is getting a little... he thinks he's in a worse position than he is. The Marines are only on 3 RTs now. They finally did a good job of taking down all this res. That's going to slow down the arc push. And they can get Umbra up.
He's not chosen a hive either. So I mean, he could go shade hive here and further delay this.
Indeed. Now they just want to try to hold on to get these this fades back up. Ari will be fade in less than a minute, and Cookie will be fade in less than 2 minutes. Ari and Iron on the repair gate. This will go down or died. They're trying to rebuild in platform, so Enzo can't reinforce this gate. This is a prime opportunity to clear this hub gate, but Sweetie bot taking Cookie off the arcs.
Dangerously low there in Cowboy.
They should pull everybody back to try to clear this arc push.
They know 2 are stuck on repair.
2 are stuck in repair, 1's in server, it's only 2 on the gate. What are they gonna do?
Looks like maybe? No. They're opting to take out repair again, looks like. Getting more skulks through to res, but they really have to deal with the arcs now. Now they're to the point where this hive will die if they don't do something.
Cowboy is getting pretty close to Onos. And Shades is up as lurk, so even if this hive dies, they will have Umbra. It looks like he's getting Biobomb. You don't need Biobomb to deal with these arcs. There's 1 guy guarding it. Just
There's
go!
only 2 arcs as well.
Go!
Impatient Golden is impatient.
I'm not impatient, this should have happened a minute ago. Oh, this puts Gnarcolepsy in a really good spot. All they really have to do, they have weapons 2, armor 2, they have cat packs, they have the res to back up the cat packs going on 6 RTs. All they have to do is to pick the Umbra Lurk, which is going to be Shades, because Cowboy's going to go on us.
They're sacking the hive, looks like. They're not even attempting to defend it anymore. Yeah. No, they only had 2 arcs, and this hive is living forever. They could have broken this by now.
They could have easily saved this hive. Losing that hive dropped them back to 2 biomass, so they don't even have biobomb now, even though they have the gorge upgrades. Kane knows this starts the biomass. Looks like they're gonna do a gorge and Onos with Umbra push. That's what they should do in this situation. There goes Cowboy. Ari almost
2/2
gets
cats,
fixed.
though, they do have to be careful, even with these super Umbra mucus Onos.
They don't have mucus. It's a ship type.
Oh, that's right.
Onos.
Enzyme Onos, super speed.
Speedy Nos.
Oh.
2 Marines coming in on
Onos
the flank.
can be pinched here, but I don't think it's going to do much. Yeah, just take that.
Take the
They don't know how
fight.
many are there.
Take the fight.
They just can't lose life forms here. That's the only thing
Can't
they
lose the
can't
gorge
do.
either. I would take this to hub. Actually, I would buy all the shotguns down first. Cookie almost dying again. He's taking those hits pretty hard.
That's what they're doing. They're going to hub. They are 3 Marines in hub, though. This could be dangerous.
Ari leading a little bit too far ahead. The Onos really has to initiate on this engagement because you want everybody to focus on the Umbra Onos. And this hallway is a really bad place to fight.
They can bile pretty safely, though. Don't lose that gorge, though.
Okay, maybe it's not a really bad place to fight. It's just kind of a bad place to fight. These spades are being like,
Super aggressive.
Jesus.
I would never engage that hallway against fucking, like, snail shotguns or something.
Any decent shot, you're just gonna get evaporated. There's no place to move. Iron may be able to get this arc. There's a little
Oh,
low
yeah,
energy
they're
now.
leaving it. They're leaving it. Can Breasthound out DPS the bile? Or out heal the bile, I should say.
Not quite.
Can I go in? Don't engage that, you silly gooses.
Oh,
What are you
gosh.
doing? That's a dead arc. See you later.
Kane is starting to use whips on the RTs.
Kind of back to square one now. They need to. They're
This
ignoring
gorge is
that
out of
whole upper
position.
corner.
This gorge is dead. You have to stay with your Onos, buddy. Shades is actually in a pretty bad spot too. He's got to get out of there.
He can regorge, but still.
Go for the hub gate. With the Onos. Onos, you're doing nothing in the hive. Why are you still in the hive?
Upgrades.
Oh, these people with their upgrades.
Hashtag more res.
It makes you like 1 speed faster as Onos. Oh, they're gonna go repair again. Stop going repair. Repair's a terrible hive to take when they have warehouse. It's like the easiest arc spot in the game. Well, I guess warehouse is the easiest arc spot in the game.
Yes. I'd say warehouse or repair from ore is pretty easy too.
They can actually take this phase gate. Which it looks like they're gonna do. They're gonna cat in these reinforcements.
They're trickling in though, so it won't matter.
The great thing about continuously fighting here in repair is that he's forcing so many med packs and cap packs that Weapons 3 hasn't been started yet.
Yeah,
Even though the
he's-
Marines are on 5 RTs, going on 6.
Completely stalled all upgrades, it looks like. I haven't seen Marines research anything in the last like 5 minutes.
Honestly, I would switch back to an ET hive. ET is so easy to defend against the arcs because the arcs have to be pushed up against this wall here to be able to arc it. That the gorge can just peek around and bile, and the Onos can just threaten. And anytime like they start to commit on the gorge, the Onos comes in and just messes up their day. Shade's taking a big shotgun here. He has to not die.
Is Cowboy stuck?
He might be.
Maybe he's stuck.
That's unfortunate.
You can pause the game. There it
He's
goes.
just stuck to get out. Arcing shipping node, but that's not gonna really do a whole lot. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of time to kill that RT.
They do not need to go to bed. Random sis breaking.
Already taking some big hits. Cookie managing not to get hit at all. Shades needs to save his energy for Umbra. Cookie could have stayed on that arc and finished it pretty easily.
Would have been risky. I don't know if I would have done it.
With the Umbra, I think he would have been fine. Especially if he had a Drifted Enzyme.
They're getting that repair takeover. I would really like to see ET taken again, though. No Skulk has taken out ET Node yet.
Well, they don't have any Skulks. Oh, they have Iron as a Skulk.
Iron, who's fighting Lagging Shoe.
Look at this army blocking south.
Quality.
At this point, I would just build an observatory if you're just going to leave that arc there. But seriously, why don't... I'm going to have to yell at Kane about this afterwards.
Coach Gold.
Teaching the masses. So like now they see this armory block.
What?
Why even bother trying to go through
It's just the node. That's all that they can kill from there is the node. There's apparently on the Craig
and the wood. Shit. You just move those back. Who cares?
Kane?
Kane?
Kane, move your shit.
Kane, please? Kane?
Hello?
Kane? Oh. Oh, whoa. It hit something else. Oh, it hit the whip. But here goes the... and the crack. Cowboy taking some big shots with no Umbra, and he's in a really bad spot here. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
He'll be alright.
Look at that, Umbra! Oh god. Iron's gonna die, but that's okay, because he can regorge.
Just ignore this whole South Tunnel shenanigans. This isn't
Like,
going
who
to do
cares
anything.
about this? Sweetie Bot's like hiding. Oh, he
He
got
got
stuck.
stuck.
And he teleported to go over. Exploit. If you're so concerned about this, this is your opportunity to clear that south tunnels. But you can just take ET instead. Just switch to ET, make the switch. Now the only thing that I would say that might be the reasoning behind why Kane wants repair is that it's really easy to seed shipping from logistics. And that looks like where those arcs are headed. But still, if you took ET earlier, this wouldn't be an issue. Because the Marines wouldn't have had the res to get all these arcs again.
Whoa. Cookie's so risky.
Cookie, cookie, cookie.
Well, if Ari would have came in the other side like he was planning on doing, it would have been fine, but Ari kind of bailed on him.
We have the Umbra Lurk biting our T's. Oh, it's so risky. Like your entire defense depends on this Lurk.
If you look at the map right now, 3 Marines are recapping. This is the perfect time to do something.
Kane dropped himself a glory egg. These arcs are gone. See you later, arcs. See you later.
See you later, Cookie.
See you later, Cookie. Good shooting by Enzo. Oh, Shades! See you later, Umberlurk.
That was pretty big.
That's,
You can't lose that Umbler.
Yeah, I think that kind of signals the end of the game. Really, it's just wrap up from now on. It's really hard to make any of these plays against Cat-Pack Marines without Umbra. The Onos kind of chains you to near your hive. You can't really overextend with it. This phase gate's gonna go up and they're just gonna walk arcs. This armory block is back up in South Tunnel, so they're not really worried about the Onos flanking. And it's pretty easy to hold this hallway. Sweetie Bot walking, crouch walking. Ooh. He almost takes out Ari.
2% health. Or he should just go to the hive. More armories.
More armories. 7 RTs, why not? Oh, and he started a robo down here. You could just walk the arcs down. I guess it would have taken about the same amount of time. But
When you're on 7 RTs, I don't think it really matters.
no. Cat packs forever. Overall, some really good play by Gnarcolepsy. I think the route blocking was pretty good, but it was more of a flaw from Singularity not trying to break it. Because they weren't really holding this mezzanine side. They were just kind of sitting in hub, and Singularity wasn't trying to go past them.
When Singularity was on 4 nodes and they had ET hive up, they definitely were in a position to win. Or at least
3 gorges. Oh my god, it's working.
this. Oh no, it's
Oh my god, it's working.
It's full health. It's full health.
Save your gorges! Oh my god, please take this to their base.
Clear the arcs and go.
Go to their base. Do it.
Super heal. Doesn't
Look at
matter.
these cute little
Take
gorges. Go to the base. Oh no, so you have to stay with your gorges.
It's okay, as soon as the gorges get to him, he's full health. So his health just keep going up.
Press down with the ambush behind. He's working on the
Taking out
gorges. He's got 1 down. Already gets stuck. Oh god.
He out of energy. Doesn't really matter too much.
Save the gorges. Oh god, rest Sweetie Bot's coming in from behind. Holy crap. File all these shotguns down.
80 in the hive.
Oh, they're taking it right to base. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Big plays, big plays. Got it.
Oh.
This is all in. This is all in. Just bait him into the hallway.
No, that was a good idea to get out. That could have been really bad.
I don't know, they're just
I don't
so
think it
far
matters.
behind right now.
Yeah. That was a great play. If everybody that's a Skulk right now gets on RTs, I think they do have a chance to come back. They didn't lose any upgrades. They lost the shift earlier from the arc, which drops their lurk upgrades. But they don't have any lurks, so who cares?
And Umbra's not till.
Biomass 4, which is the second high.
Is it still on Bio 4 for balance mod?
Yes, Umbra is still Bio 4.
Okay.
Which I think is where it should be.
Oh, it's
such a powerful thing.
ridiculously strong.
Katie and Sweetie Bot's just working on the hive.
Cat packs make it really hard to hit.
Ooh, Ari gets really low again. Cowboy. What?
What? He could die.
Oh my god. What happened there? Was his head
stuck on
like
something?
in the floor and he couldn't hit Enzo because his head was sticking out through the floor?
Maybe sitting the box or something? I don't know.
With the Onos? I don't know. That's really unfortunate. To lose an Onos to a game bug like that. This is kind of the end of the game. There goes Ari. It's just Cookie left with some eggs. GG. This was a really good showing from Singularity. I'm really happy that they did this well. And they really could have taken the game if they made a couple of different decisions. Like I said before, with going up through this mezzanine side and just clearing this res over and over and over and over and over. And then you force like 2 or 3 people to come up here to recap, and then you crush the hub key, and then you go over to repair and crush that. And then just do it over again. And then you get like 3 or 4 Onos and go win. Or you get 3 Onos and you go lose them all on the command station.
Because clockwise. Kind of amazed though how well 3 Gorges healed that single Ono.
Oh, that was so impressive. That's the best thing I've seen in a long time.
It's like pub strats, just super healing Onos, like a train of Gorges behind. Alright, so how many tries do you think it's going to be before we get South Spawn Alien again?
Less than 3. I said 5 restarts overall. We had 2 restarts before. We've got some old familiar faces watching us today. We have Shino and Daria and Party Skulk.
Oh wow. That D Club.
And Mario
cheering on their
Lopez
teammate.
69 came out. Haven't seen him around for a while.
It's the old B Club reunion.
I'm gonna message you something that Daria said because I don't want to say it on stream.
Okay.
It's a little bit 2 p.m. even for me.
That's very good. I approve of that message, Daria. I'm not gonna say it though. It's okay, Golden. You have your mature content filter on.
Oh yes. Say things like fuck and shit.
So out of character for you, Golden. You never swear.
No. Never. This should be fun to watch. I haven't really seen... I'm expecting Gnarcolepsy to go Shade. Because that's what they've done to us. And that's what they've done to all the teams I've played for when playing against them. On Tram at least. On Tram they've been going Shade. And they haven't really been playing with it, what I would say, properly. They kinda get Shade, and then every single person that's every single life form gets Phantom, and then they crush
ambushes.
with hallucinations.
I'm actually a really big fan of the new Shade. I don't think it's overpowered at all, as long as it's used correctly. And countered correctly, I should say.
Yeah. It can be tricky to counter, which I think could be the reason people are having problems with it. But like it limits your individual power so much. Like it doesn't make each individual player better the way that like Crag does.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like a team play type of thing where you need to do stuff in groups. I suppose that's something that I should be checking more. Try to give them a little nudge to get going. Alright, here we go. Come on,
Round 2.
Marine North spawn.
Not gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No resets required. Good luck, have fun. Same spawns, Marine North and Warehouse. Alien South and Shipping. Have a 2-1-2 split from the Marines.
Same with the aliens.
Sweetie encountering Shades here first in North Tunnels.
Missing a few parasites. Sweetie bot.
Shades still hasn't been parasited.
Sweetie bot.
Stop peeking. Just go heal.
Yeah.
1 health. Well, I guess probably 3 health. Cowboy holding this North Tunnels vent. It's not something really that's needed too much. If Shades had gotten into Hub before all the skulks could have, or got there, then he would have heard any skulks running up to go through there. Shoe and 80 both sneaking through. Iron Horse knows, or Iron Fist knows this, but is electing not to come back. I guess Cowboy's coming back.
Shade Hive is done with 1 Veil in the field. That does give them camo, but kind of really weak silence.
It's only a 33% volume decrease. It's a third for every Veil.
Sweetie bot already busting out the camo. Planning them ambushes.
Ouch.
This upgrade was made for Sweetie bot. We'll say that though.
But he already ambushes so well. Like, he should take Aura. He doesn't need to be silent or cloaked. Shoe just kind of bombing in. I think that was a little unnecessary. Sweetie was probably going to be able to take care of him by himself.
Kind of a slow cap from Gnarcolepsy down here in Aliens. Just capping Logi. Observation will drop soon.
Singularity slow capping as well, but that's exactly what you want to do against Shade. Like, you just play really slow, you make sure you clear everything all the way down, and you get your upgrades up. You get armor upgrades before weapon upgrades, because you don't need the weapon upgrades to kill shaded life forms.
Nope.
And you get shotguns pretty early so that your solo Marines can take these ambushes.
Enzo getting stuck and losing the engagement against Cookie. We'll see 2 pressure, but Breast Sound and Shoe here, both close.
Cowboy sees Breast down. Cookie gets some med packs. Shoes up on top, but they don't look. Cowboy gets taken out. Oh, and Shoe freezes.
Cookie getting confused by Shoe.
Cookie did hear Enzo here. Well, he should have. It appears not. Gets the reload off, but he's not going to be able to do anything against Enzo. Shade's just Sweetie botting up here, taking a page out of Sweetie's book. Four skulks out here to crush Hub.
Really like how the hallucinations ragdoll like the real life for.
AD just doing his best to get through, and like he's doing a really good job of not dying. He's gonna get ore down because nobody is responding. Sweetie engaging in the middle of Hub because he's cloaked. Obs is online. They're going phase tech first, which I think is the wrong move against Shade. You really need those upgrades.
Lurk is out. Hands a Shoe. A little bit of a lag lurk, but
it's gonna be really unfortunate if he freezes and gets taken out.
He's lagging really bad right now. Second veil is completed, giving them a little bit more of the silence to their skulks.
I like this field Obs.
Well then. No
Cowboy's sitting on a mine. Because that's one way to defend yourself. Sweetie doing as Sweetie does. And ambushing everything. Maybe these phase gates will play out really well. If they can reestablish this top right res, I think it can be really hard for the aliens to deal with. They're only on 3
hold
RTs.
It too, with that Obs they have in Hub, that'll block the entire E2 lane. They'll be able to see anything trying to sneak through.
Aliens are really trying to force this repair engagement, which I don't think they really need to do. They're doing a good job on res. They just need to prevent this recap. I would have really sent... Actually, I probably would have crushed Hub at this point.
Armor 1 is done, just about done. Third veil is completed. That's full silence now for the aliens.
Sweetie getting another pick. We make so much fun of him for like sneaking around and stuff, but it really seems to work.
It's effective, definitely. The armor 1's done. They're going to be on 5 RTs soon.
Jehudi is new. There will not be a pause happening.
She was lagging really bad.
He is having some issues, but it still seems like it's playable for him. Sweetie been really patient here. Nice job by Shades. And where did Shu come from? Oh my god.
Teleportation.
I think he teleported from logistics into that fight. I would be really frustrated playing against that.
Singularity holding a lot of res. They're in a really good spot. They just gotta tech up and start picking these life forms. We're looking at about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes away from fades. So they definitely have time here to try to take out some of these nodes.
They're doing a really good job of doing this split pressure too. It's bouncing the aliens back and forth. Exactly what you want to see against like anything, really anything. Like it's the ideal marine playstyle when aliens are defending this aggressively. They pull all the lurks and all the life forms over to repair. They're going to lose this 1 RT. So they're going to get the drifter, they're going to get assist, and they'll probably get the shade, and they'll build ET. So it's a really good trade. Now they will lose ore as well, but I would still say it's a really good trade because they're going to be able to get some pressure here in observation.
It's going to be hard for these skulks to get to the upper right platform area. I mean, they finally have a... well, a lot of them can get up there now. Could be 3 obs. I like these obs placements. They're covering some really crucial areas here from Singularity. Got one in the bottom of warehouse, one in the bottom
Cowboy with the
hub.
double hallucination lurk hacks. Looks like both lurks are running aura. At least I think so. I can hear them flapping.
They're 1-1 now. I'd really like to see some more shotguns in the field to deal with these lurks. One lurk does go down. That was a real lurk there.
Nice job by Ari.
I had to like second guess myself and look at the model. I'm like, yep, that was a real one. Especially with that lurk down. They're down to 1 lurk. Shotguns are definitely going to be a power here.
We are past phasers though. Press down is in an egg, and Enzo is up. Where are the shotguns? Why is nobody buying shotguns?
Not sure.
Iron's got one.
I think they were probably waiting for fades to pop. Singularity has not killed a single Resinode yet though, but the aliens haven't really killed a ton of theirs either. So it kind of just like both teams are in a slow tech right now. Sitting at 7 RTs, just like Gnarcolepsy was last game. That is an insane amount of res.
They're putting up the same repair gate, which I'm not really a big fan of. I think they could 4-push down to logistics pretty easily and get a gate up in there.
Easily. Maybe they're doing the repair gate just as a temp second gate, which is kind of smart, and then moving it up.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good idea. With 7 RTs, it's not really a waste of res. You'll get
No.
13 res back, I believe.
Plus, anytime Marines are on a single gate, you always have that risk that if you lose that gate, you lose most of the map control you had.
Yeah, that's true as well. Gnarcolepsy doing this ET take, which is the right way to go. They do have a Shade Hive, so logistics arcing would take a little bit longer, but it's really not that big of a deal. Ooh, sentries. Sentries in the mess hallway.
Well, they have an ops there too. Well, do sentries see you when you're cloaked? I
Yes,
don't remember.
yes they do.
They do, okay.
I have died to turrets when I'm cloaked.
Golden has died to turrets when he's not cloaked as well.
I've died to turrets with everything.
Back when he used to fade. God, that was so long ago.
Oh yeah.
80 stuck, 80 stuck! Oh, they should have killed him. And he just melted there in the wall, down to like 5% health.
She was doing his best on this repair gate, but it's not going to be enough. And really, Sweetie's not killing res. Like he got platform down. He's just being an annoyance. But you have to actually damage the RTs. And now that he's not up there, I think it's pretty unlikely that he's going to get back up there.
Yeah, Marines are just going to keep teching up while they're starting to send arcs out already. They're
I think
arcing
they're
out
gonna
Marine
arc with
Natural?
This shipping RT they're going to start
Or
with.
Marine Natural, Alien Natural, I'm sorry.
He's
Never
coming
mind.
back. I don't know what he's doing with that.
Musical chairs? Nope.
Press
turning around
down, taking
again.
2 big hits. Good shooting by Ari by pushing him out. Gets the drifter, but 88 is going to come in and clean him up. They're going to send 2 arcs down here to deal with this shipping node. I think it's 3, might be 3 scans to clear the res node with 2 arcs. I'm not quite certain about how long of a time it is. Sweetie does make it through the turrets, so they're not impenetrable to scopes.
Can you arc observation node from south? Don't know if I've ever tried that.
Yes, yes you can.
Scans go down everywhere, but he's got the res to do it. Shoot
I
on
would
Gorge.
start armor. I would like to see them start armor too.
Turrets bringing 80 down to half health on this gate. Super dangerous.
Turrets
Turrets
are so
killing
good,
80.
guy. They're so
Turrets
good.
almost killing AD.
They hit press down pretty hard too. I would take these arcs over, and I would take over logistics, and then just siege the hive for the win.
That's what he might be doing. Looks like yes, that is what he's doing.
Enzo taking a big hit, almost going down. He does go down. Nice shooting by Shades. Hit him right along the straight line here.
No need to push in there.
Yeah,
He just needs to
I would
take
just
his time
pull-
with these arcs.
I would pull 3 Marines over here, cover these arcs, because they're going to respond to this.
We are 5 res away from Onos, and on 3 RTs that's about a minute and a half.
Where is Cookie's help? Help, Cookie, help, Cookie.
Bile
gate is gonna go down.
is up, but they don't have the biomass yet.
I think all this stuff is going to die, and they're pinching the life forms. Press down took a big hit.
I would back out now. Breast arm's gonna be full. There's no need to push them, which they are.
I cleared most of the PvE here in logistics, so they can push in there pretty freely later. Look at all these cysts on the right side.
Polka dots. Red polka dots.
Thank you, little hallucination gorge.
They just sit and spit. That's all they do.
They jump.
They jump and sit and spit. Cookie in there solo again.
Oh, big shots and breast down, and he takes 80 out, and Shu is in danger as the gorge.
This could be.
And this is going to be a logistics gate.
This could put Gnarcolepsy in an extremely rough position if they get this gate up. If Arc's pushing and are ready.
Hub is in jeopardy, but it gets scanned. See, look, I pressed sounds of the silence fade.
Oh, would never go silence fade. I don't agree with that, but
That's not true. You go silence fade all the time.
I don't.
You do.
I haven't since
You're like,
shade
well,
changes.
I'm silent and I'm sitting in this corner waiting for you.
That was like months ago, Golden. And that was only because we were three fading.
Command
You need-
station
Trudy
under
just being
attack.
annoying and biting the chair. Kana's just like, I don't even care. I'm not gonna get out.
Biomass for Bile is halfway done right now.
Here
But-
come the arcs. File's gonna be late. Double armories. This actually helps the Gorge more than it does the Marines. Even though the Marines can get over it, like you have to kind of commit to going over it, and it's easier for you to get fixed. The Gorge can just kind of like sit down here at the bottom of the stairs and bile everything.
They have 2 arcs down there. One more arc on the way. This is not looking good for Gnarcolepsy.
There's still 2 skulks on res. But they're
As long
not
as they
like
don't-
killing res. Like Sudi's been up here the entire game, but he hasn't really killed too much res. He's only
Oh,
killed
breast
10
sounds so
RGs.
low! That's some Blackbard hardcore there in that engagement.
Something they could do, but I never see commanders do, is he using an observatory to scan? No, he's actually scanning. So like if you scan, I'll wait until this engagement's over, breast down, taking some big shots but not dying. If you scan like here by the armory, that left side of the armory, it will reveal the veils and not scan the hive, so the arcs will target the veils. And it'll only be one volley to kill all that stuff.
Even if this Onos takes us out, it's gonna be too late. This time is dead.
Yeah, there's no way to save it. And
And
Sweden
the Onos
gets
just
them.
melts.
GG by Singularity, bringing
So
it
much
to
for
1-1
Golden's
Mariner.
hypothesis of a 4-0 game.
I said I would be really happy.
Golden, please.
I wasn't sure how they were gonna deal with the silence or the shade play, but they did a really good job. They did like the slow progression down, and they really didn't lose too much res behind it.
What is the second map of today? Is
It's Summit, but I didn't change it. I don't know who did.
Maybe the referee is doing his job.
I don't think they have admin on a server.
Oh. This is true.
Maybe they have change map privileges through the mod, the NSL mod.
That would probably be it.
Saffron, can you confirm? SARS, can you confirm? I know you're spying. Oh, SARS says admin on our server. How? Who gave it to you? Who did you bribe? Oh, Wasabi does stuff behind our backs. If he asked, I would have said no. SARS does not get admin.
Sabi's getting cut. Then we're gonna use the remaining of golden savings to buy our server and mobile.
Oh god. Please no.
Ramen noodle dinners and breakfast and lunch all day, every day.
I only have beef ramen left.
Beef ramen are better than chicken, in my opinion.
I like the chicken flavoring. I don't even
Oh,
know
maybe-
it. Actually, I haven't had the beef in a long time.
I like all the flavors, really. They're all really good. Like oriental and shrimp, and it's good.
So I have this case of ramen. Like, you know, the two flavor,
yeah.
like the 70 or 80 pack? The 80
Yep.
pack, I guess it is.
The like superstore variety.
I ate all the chicken, and I've eaten 2 of the beef. And the beef has been sitting here for, I don't know, a year? Over a year?
It's ramen. They don't go bad.
I know. It's just funny that and I haven't bought more ramen, because every time I go to buy ramen, I'm like, well, I have all this ramen at home. But then I don't eat it.
Shu might be fixing his internet, it looks like, or attempting to.
I hope so. Alice just said, "Oh shit, quality options." Do I have quality options on my stream now?
Quality options.
Do you have your settings turned up when you're doing a stream build?
I usually do. I think I forgot to today.
I want to see dynamic infestation.
Oh gosh, I would never turn that on. I guess I can turn up my options for Summit.
The only thing that really kills me is atmospherics and like bloom and stuff like that.
We'll turn everything on.
Do it.
Reflections.
Do those even work?
Oh Jesus, it's so blurry. I don't like atmospherics. Turn atmospherics on and go look above the flight hive. Actually, is that atmospherics? Oh, it vanished. Maybe it was changing the light quality. I'm not a big fan of atmospherics. I'll probably turn it off for this, but it just looks a little foggy.
Oh yeah, turn everything on. Oh, need infestation.
This game is so pretty.
Oh god, if you turn on high light quality, it's just... What?
Everything's so bright.
Let me show you what the quality looks like above the hive dome.
Oh, I turned it on. There was just like this really bright light, like directly
This
coming out.
cloud, this cloud.
If you go hit 1 and then 2 again, it'll disappear. Yeah, even without atmospherics, I really like the look of this game on high settings. It's just a shame, like I have a pretty good computer.
What do you play on
For what?
when we normally scrim?
The only thing on is particle quality is high. Everything else is low or off.
Texture quality won't affect your FPS. You can turn that up.
I haven't really noticed that making a huge difference to the game though.
No, I play on 1080 with everything off except for particles and texture. Those are both on high. 1080 feels really nice though.
I tried playing on 1080, I didn't really like it, and the frame hit I took from it was enough to like turn me off of it. I play on 1280 by 720 now. I guess I forgot to tell them that we were ready. Although, it should probably be an assumption that we are ready unless we say we need to take a break.
And we know that Golden never takes breaks. It's a war.
Correct.
It's a warrior casts.
Except in the middle of the the match.
Except for that one time.
Ah.
Undefeated, except for that one time. Gorgeous commander.
Alright, here we go. There's no set spawns for this for Summit, so we don't have to reset at all.
Shoes ping, still the same. It's alright though. Be very frustrating to play against. Singularity spawning an Atrium, Gnarcolepsy in sub. Looks like we're gonna see a crush out of Singularity, probably to
Notes.
ventilation.
No base build with an instant armory. Looks like Gnarcolepsy has broken their habit of always going arm side first no matter what. I wonder why.
Because we kill it.
Shu with a good pick on Cookie through the door.
We're gonna see a fast pressure here. They're pulling for the pressure. Gotta take this quick.
That was a lot of chip to take. You guys really had to commit before that reload. Waiting for the reload kind of was a bad call. And Iron getting chipped here by SweetieBot. He's in this vent, but he's not really going to be able to do anything because Shoe's just going to wait for him.
Press down C's alright.
And AD goes in the vent after him. It's something to be aware of, and I guess in public as well, is if you're a Marine and you walk on top of this grating, you can see on your minimap any of the skulks that are inside it.
It's not just that grating. I mean, on tram and warehouse, if you're underneath in that vent too, you can see it anywhere you're underneath the vent in computer lab as well.
AD getting collapsed on by 3 skulks, all of them hitting simultaneously but missing their bites. And Enzo's gonna do a lot of chip to these skulks but not take them out.
All these skulks are so low.
They should be able to get the vent RT down off of it though, as long as the drifter comes with enzyme before the respawner. The respawner doesn't even go there. Respawner's going to computer lab.
We don't care about ventilation, they say.
Look at these med packs, so many med packs.
That does go down. Marines are on almost 3 nodes again. Capping up the left side, I'm sorry. Shu doing a little solo pressure up here in vent, or reactor.
2 half health skulks come back to try to take him out. That's a really... and that doesn't work. You should have at least 1 full health skulk when you're trying to take a single Marine like that. Because Drifter's gonna go down too. That's a mistake on Kane's part. He should have been able to get that out in time. Oh, she's still lagging. It's good cleanup on the 2 pressure. This RT will go down to about 30%? No, probably 40%. 47. It's not too bad. And I imagine Kane will be able to crag there shortly. Moving the whip up into glass. He needs to put assist down here by the vent. And Marines are on 4 RTs. 80 camping in the corner. He's gonna get killed by 4 skulks.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe. Same time? Same time? There he goes.
3 skulks. And
That
Sweetie's
delay.
coming here to try to climb up.
That delay. There's 3 Marines collapsing across right now. And a lone whip doing something.
I guess Kane thinks it's a drifter? Whip, please? What is it doing?
Kane?
Or he's sitting on it. He's like, what? What am I on?
That's a scout, Golden. It's next level. Breaston's like, what is that?
Oh, it's a whip. Sweetie's just trying to deny the crevice expansion, which so far they've done. It's a bullet bait, that's what it was there for. Shade just missed all his bites.
He hit 2.
But he bit like 7 times.
So this is kind of where Singularity needs to break out a side and just crush. I mean, Marines are going to be on 6 RTs soon. Well, I don't think they're going to get data up.
I think they will get data up, because they'll rotate everybody over.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's going up.
You need to commit on A side. I mean, you can't let them sit on 6 nodes. They're just going to mass tech like they did last time.
Really need a crag over here, Kane, in reactor.
Still on a single IP though, no mines in base. Ops is blueprinted. The 7th RT dropping crevice. SweetieBotting.
That's iron. No, maybe.
Maybe.
Nope.
Nope.
Shades is just waiting for this fight in glass. But Enzo and AD are not going to push in here when they hear all these skulks and shit. Excuse me. All these skulks and things around them.
I don't know, they need to break something. If they're gonna take data, they gotta take data. They can't keep like half-assing it basically.
It's so risky to try to take that. Even with like your entire team, you're fighting in a prolonged battle Breasttown did rotate through glass, but he wasn't able to pick a life form. It's just a
7
risk that you don't need to take.
7 res towers on the Marines on Summit. That just knows you're in for a bad time.
Yeah.
Even if they manage to take data here, they need to go hard on res and just ignore everything except for reactor.
If you're gonna sit on these, I guess they don't really have a choice but to sit on these 2 RTs. They can't really take data because these reinforcements are gonna come in. And if this single Marine is gonna hold all these RTs on the left side, they can just put 4 Marines on this side and deny you data.
Yeah. They need to just pack the res. I would even say sack reactor and just take res down. They need to take this res down somehow.
But it's already too late. Even if they clear all the reds, phase gates are gonna be up. Weapons 2 and armor 1 are both already gonna be done.
Shotguns are done.
It's just that Marines already have all the tech they need to be able to deal with the fades when they come out. And they won't even be out for another 5 minutes.
That is if they come out. 2 Marines in reactor right now, taking out their only natural node.
And this Crag is a really late drop. Yeah, it is a Crag. This RT could have already been dead if they just focus fired on it instead of killing the cysts. There goes the Crag. Maybe. There it goes. There goes the whip.
This is just about...
Nice job by Shades clearing those 2 Marines, but this RT is already dead.
Yeah, I don't know what plays Singularity has left.
Cowboy's showing alert, so it's going to be the 3rd lurk.
They're just so far behind,
No,
even
he's
with
getting
3
his
lurks.
upgrade. He was already a lurk.
I honestly don't know what they can do from here. Shu lagging out? Shu getting killed because he's lagging out?
They can't lose a lurk. For them to stay in this game, they cannot lose a lurk. I would just say pull all your PvE back into the hive, sack reactor, take all of their res down, pull everybody out crevice side, take all their res down, and then come back and re-expand. It's easier to deny the res than it is to take it. Well, it's easier to deny the Marines capping RTs than it is to kill the RTs afterwards. So like, if you can reset them to 1 RT, it'll make it easier for you to expand and prevent their expansion.
Even if they do that, armor 2, weapons 2, gates, shotguns. Ouch. Sweetbotting an event.
I pushed it in by 80, even though you can just hop in there. I'm surprised it doesn't know. There goes Shades. Good shot by Enzo with the follow-up by Shu. And that kind of puts the Marines where they need to be to close out this game pretty easily. SweetieBot missing his first shot on Iron.
Both shots, actually.
Good meds by Simba, keeping these guys alive. 80 might get killed. Why didn't those whips fire? That was weird. If both those whips fired at the same time, 80 would have died going through the doorway. It's only 7 RTs killed at 9 minutes. And when the Marines have been on 5+ for the entire time, it's just not enough res biting.
5+ spins, 3.5 minutes about. That's pretty insane.
It's just all the res you ever wanted to tech with. I don't know why they're trying to push reactors so hard. You just let them sit on the 2 RTs and keep denying crevice. This actually is how Singularity, well, one of the ways Singularity can get back into the game. But Cowboy still needs to not die.
Res biting was pulled so many Marines back. There's 2 Marines pulled for this.
It's gonna be a lot of res down, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Looks like we are going to see fades. Fades will come up in 1 minute. Less than a minute. And I would just go 3 fades. I don't even care if Iron isn't a good fade. Like, you just need the 3rd fade. You need to win some of these team fights, otherwise you would never make it to Onos anyways.
We just need to roll fade ball the map. Bring back the fade ball. I mean, the Marines are tacked to the point where letting them sit on more res won't do a whole lot. Now we have a pause.
It's not quite the correct way to go about a pause, but it's okay, I guess. Generally, you're supposed to wait for the ref. You're supposed to notify the ref that you need a pause. And the ref will pause when there's no combat going on. So I guess there's no combat going on, which is good.
Like the little dance they got going on up here in the reactor. Running in place with the RTs wiggling.
80, stop humping the RT. Oh god, I made a mistake. I went out of the top view. Now my screen's shaking. I apologize for everybody that is going to vomit from this.
I'm not going to press my spacebar now. Thanks for telling me, Golden.
Oh,
That's what it looks like.
making me sick. It's just like jerking back and forth really fast.
I'm going to tab out and look what it looks like.
You'll see it in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the woes of new features. Oh, that's worse.
What'd you do?
I hit 1 again.
Oh, boy.
And just the position I'm in, it's in reactor and... Oh, that's even worse. I can't make it any better. Holy crap. Again, apologies to everybody watching. This was a terrible, terrible mistake that I should never have done.
Waiting for it to come up in the live stream.
Come on, Singularity, unpause. Here we go. Oh, I can look at my screen again.
Oh, is it on pause?
Yep.
Excellent.
This is the res biting we needed to see. I guess they must have heard us and taken our suggestion. And you see how it's pulling everybody back, it's pulling all the pressure off. The fades are up. Ari almost flashes. So Singularity's next step. So they've basically reset the Marines. They already have their expansion going again. They need to re-expand to repair or reactor. And their only goal from here on out is to kill shotgunners and prevent the shotguns from being recovered.
They've had gates for a long time, and they haven't really used them yet. I'm kind of curious why not.
I think they didn't really think they needed them to maintain the pressure, and also they couldn't really afford them with the rate that Simba was dropping meds and also upgrading. Come on guys, you're playing against Sweetie Bot, check your corners.
It's okay, Golden. We have our own Sweetie Bot in our division. It's called Heracles.
Heracles and the entirety of snails.
He's taught them well.
I remember the first day that Heracles was marking for us and played against DN,
On Descent.
and he was like, wow, these guys crutch a lot. And then from ever since that day, some really good shots from the Marine team, but not quite enough to take out Ari. Iron trying to get his parasite on Enzo, goes under the platform and is killed before he can get the parasite off. Kana is doing his best to expand wherever the aliens crush, which is precisely what he needs to do. He needs to try to get as much res up as possible and get this Onos out before they basically lose the game. Nice job by Ari and Cookie getting that pick without taking any damage. It lets them stay here to cover the lurk in the sculpt while they kill the Crossroads power.
I'd almost like to see a cross takeover, which is what it appears he's trying to do, because Gnarcolepsy keeps doing the 2 pressure down the sides and sending a single man across.
They're going to get pinched by 4 Marines, only one of which has an LNG. This is dangerous. Oh gosh,
Ari's
there goes
dead.
Ari. Cookie made the recognition that he needed to get out right as soon as he got in that room. Ari kind of thought he could fight. It just shows the difference that experience can make. Cowboy goes down as well.
Ari could have made it out past those 2 Marines if he just kept going, but he kind of backed up for a second.
Yeah. It's just an experience-driven split-second decision. Iron gets the base observatory down, so they can't drop this phase gate yet.
Cookie getting low. Solo engaging 2 shotguns in Kravis. I don't think I'd ever do that. But it seems to make it work.
We're back up to 7 RTs. Oh.
That's nasty. 7 RTs and 2 higher life forms down. I don't know if we're gonna see that Onos make it.
Only 5 more minutes, man.
5 more minutes, granted they keep that other natural.
Oh, Cookie, just get out. Oh, why'd you drop the crag? Honey, you have 2 drifters here.
Can't spend the res on anything else, might as well, right?
Well, he should just be, like, trying to expand as much as he can. Like, the systs to data are good. I would have tried to get systs down into flight and maybe down all the way into comp. Because eventually these Marines will give up killing the sys chain if you just keep re-dropping it.
I think it's gonna be worse too once we start playing on the new NSL mod. It's just mature faster.
It hasn't been too bad because each sys doesn't take a full clip of LNG to kill anymore, and also they die pretty quickly to a welder. So it's not too bad to clear out the sys chain. It's actually a lot easier, especially if like you don't get the opportunity to clear it out and it fully matures. Those sys chains are just a pain to clear before.
Unless you like a weapons one would take out the entire system in a clip, but barely.
Yeah. And you're gonna miss 1 bullet on assist just from the spread. AD trying to save this RT against 2 skulks, and he will do it. Ari with a little bit of lag there.
Cookie sees the gate and cross finally. Being a ninja fade, waiting for someone to phase through.
And he gets shoe.
Missing
Doesn't get
slides.
shoe. Oh gosh. He almost dies.
Dying.
That would have been epic if he got shoe and just booked it out.
Iron?
Iron.
Look at these meds! Look at these meds! Holy shit!
Good on Iron to draw so many meds out, but bad on Simba for just missing the meds.
13 and a couple were just picked up. That's a lot of meds, but when you're on 7 RTs, it doesn't matter.
I guess not. They have relurks, so they're pretty close to Onos.
Yes, Onos might come out so I can get this RT up again.
Advanced Armory started.
Shit.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You know how much when they were DN, they love jetpacks going.
Yeah, but look at the Piras on the side. They can't afford jetpacks. They're gonna lose all three. If they lose all 3 of these shotguns up here, they can't afford anything.
It's okay though, they'll get more in like a matter of minutes. Unless they lose Cookie here.
If Cookie goes down, this will be worth it. But this is a really aggressive push that you don't need to make.
2 lurks in a hive room when you have shotguns is very frustrating. Shade's getting really low.
Cookie's just gonna pick off all these guys after the lurks chip the armor away. Just gotta wait for energy though. Here comes a 4th Marine again.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait till...
This is where the communication factor comes in a hive defense. Cowboy and Shade should be coordinating their fire to focus 1 Marine, and Cookie needs to go for that Marine. So basically Cookie goes in and swipes them once and that Marine dies.
This hive might die. Unless they can make a big play really soon.
There's
1 down.
Marine. Iron Fist did clear the crossroads gate while this is going on. There goes the 2nd, and these other 2 are gonna fall.
They can get to that 2nd gate in time. All there's there is breast.
Cookie's really low though. This is really dangerous.
Cookie
Cowboys
die.
taking a
Cowboy
big
should
hit.
die.
Cookie's gonna go down maybe. Luckily he gets out.
Lost 1 lurk there. Don't know if that was worth it.
You really didn't need to pull the Fade. Or the Fade really didn't need to be there right away. The Fade needed to be there when the Marines came through and not any earlier. So Cookie did have time to heal.
Iron 3 res away from Onos. They actually will get this Onos up somehow. I don't really understand how, but they will.
And they bought more shotguns and pushed in here. If they lose this set of shotguns, they really can't afford jetpacks, so there's no reason for the
Only
AA.
1 Craig on this hive too.
But this hive is really low. They're on a time limit to save this hive. Oh, it's
Hive's
so
dead.
low! It goes down, that goes 2 wins. It just took Singularity too long to clear that first push.
First few pushes, I mean, by the time they started killing RTs, the Marines were like on their naturals. They let...
Oh, I was talking about the hive push. But yeah.
Like early game, they let the 2-2 pressure get all the way to their naturals, building the whole side. So by the time they got there, they were already on 5 RTs with that solo swing and cross. Just not a good spot you want to put yourself in on the first 5 minutes of the game, which is really crucial.
It's something that a lot of teams aren't used to seeing lately, is those slow progressive cap by Marines. And they don't really know how to deal with it. And you have to do something. You can't just sit there and let them cap. Because...
Well, like, Division 1, I've seen a lot more of the slow capping, like Division 2, compared to like, I don't know, like our division right now. Our division's just bum rush their RTs and just kill everything. Oh, the round started? Okay. Here's Sauna in your naturals already. This is just best of 2 maps, right?
It's 4 rounds.
4 rounds, yep. Could we see another powerhouse Singularity Marines take another round and 2-2 it up?
We might. I don't think Gnarcolepsy will go Shade again after last time. After what happened on Tram. I kind of expect them to go Crag.
Yeah.
And try to abuse Mikus. It's the last chance they're going to be able to do that.
Next week. See you later, Mucus OP. Mucus is not going away, it is just getting a little bit of a nerf. And we are going live. Let's see what lucky
Joshi
spawns.
will take it away.
Oh, he will. And before Marines start Atrium and get angry because Atrium sucks. Oh, same spawns. Well, same spawns I hadn't ready up. Same spawns I hadn't ready up gold. Sorry. God. Looks like Singularity starting in flight. And Gnarcolepsy in data. Same 2-on-2 split on both sides. First blood's probably going to be up here in Crevice, I would say.
Shades is playing a passive Crossroads Marine, which means he doesn't push in, he just watches this mid lane. It's going to slow down their cap on both sides a little bit, because you don't have the eyes and cross to see where the pressure's coming from. Ari's going to fight. Iron with the first kill. With double kill. Good shooting, Iron.
And you were wrong,
Shades
Golden?
picking, what?
They did go for a shift hive, actually.
I said not Shade.
You said Craig.
Oh, I said probably Craig.
Yeah.
I guess I was wrong.
You heard it first here. Golden's wrong. First time in history.
This is a little backwards. Cookie, the Parasite Marine, is pushing up, and Cowboy, the Unparasited Marine, is building.
Yes.
You want to see it the other way.
Assist having the ventilation. Similarly loves assist. Cowboy needs to get in a better spot like that.
And that's a dead RT. Shu gets the comp of RT, which is a good pick. We have fighting here in Crossroads. Shade's getting a double kill,
Good shooting by Shades.
which means this Crossroad RT is going to be finished. That is a lot of assists.
That's what I said, Golden. He's got a whip up ready and pipe to cut the cross to vent push as well.
I understand how annoying it is having your assists cut, but Jesus, man.
Look at reactor. Another 4 or 5 assists in reactor area. Getting that PvE defense up right away.
A mistimed 3 crush here in Crossroads. Ari gets the first pick out of the maintenance vent. Shades gets the second pick, and it's going to be a 2 pressure through, probably towards ventilation. They are a little open for a base hit, but Sweetie's going to bite res instead. Oh, he is going to base. With the mines, I don't know how much he's going to do. There are no mines in base.
He's got to get out. He can't do anything else before the rest of the scopes get there.
That's unfortunate. He has to
Don't
get
let-
out.
don't let
Get
the
out,
IP
get
die.
out, get out, get out, get out. Save it. Nice. Get back in mid iron.
It's gonna be too late.
So just a
5.
little bit out of position there with the Marines. They all pushed up, and Sweetie was already behind the lines and was able to go to base and pull. First, he pulled 1 Marine back, and second, he distracted the commander and let the other 2 engagements happen.
He played the safe route there by waiting till he had a spawner to get out of the chair, but I think he could have probably taken that fight. Shades? Shoo, taking out Shades on the RD and cross.
Sweetie bot coming in, picking Ari. Yep.
Really aggressive takeover of Atrium right away as well.
And Marines are down to 4 RTs.
4 RTs, which isn't horrible.
It's enough to tech on.
Check your corners.
Really, the Marines here are making some really avoidable mistakes with not corner checking. The wrong Marine pushing when one of you is parasited. Getting a little bit out of position. These are the kind of mistakes that you can avoid. Cowboy dancing on his mine, blowing up Sweetie.
2 lurks up in the hands of AV and Shu again.
Yes. And we're going to see a pretty aggressive expansion. Enzo choosing, I guess he was butting the RT now.
80
Ooh.
taking a mine.
That's gotta hurt.
Alien's gonna be on 4 RTs soon at 5-minute mark.
So many assists. I guess it's working, but
Whip's missing twice. Whip does nothing. Good game.
AD taking some big hits up in Atrium. Needs some med packs for Iron. Both lurks are going to be pushed out,
But Craig is not done yet.
which means some damage is going to happen down here in Ventilation unless these two Skulks can deal with it.
One of those Skulks needs to flank. They are not going to get through just bum rushing straight down that hallway.
As long as these Marines alternate fire, they're pretty safe from a 2-Skulk engagement.
3 Skulks. And the lurk. This should be enough to clean him up.
Shu's still in a little bit of trouble. He's not out yet. Atrium goes down. This Crag is going to get picked, and this Reactor RT is in trouble if the lurks don't rotate up.
They should have time to rotate, but
This is a pretty predictable rotation. I would be pulling these Marines out by now. But instead they're just going to clean up from behind. That was a good move on AD by coming in behind. And kind of a miscall on the Marines' part for them not backing out.
they have subs and stuff too. It's just assists everywhere. It's gotta be so annoying with the Marines. But then again, they're on still on no upgrades, no Singularity.
That's really what all these assists is costing them.
I mean, at 7 minutes, you should at least have 2 spurs up. First spur up now. At 6:45.
Oh, Shu latches on the wall. Almost gets taken out.
It's gotta pick one or two of these. Both of these lurks would be best, obviously, but a single lurk pick.
Shades, don't go on the vent when you're parasited. Empties on the lurk and gets picked by the Skulk. Good tag team bait. 2 shotguns here pushing through pipe junction. This lurk's in for a surprise. Dodges up on the pipes on top of the hallway there and avoids getting taken out. These 2 Marines are going to be able to get into ventilation now. They are going to have to deal with this whip somehow, which is moving on top of them.
These whips are just missing all day
And here
long.
comes a base rush. A little bit out of position, a 2-2 split. 1 Marine gets picked.
They have the
No
ops,
obs.
but
Where's
they have
the
an
obs?
ops. It's right next to the armory.
Oh. They're not going to get that answer. A little bit of indecision about what to bite. They could have gotten something down.
I think there was 1 mine they had to take out, but they should have been able to at least kill the ops if they wanted to.
Sweetie bot in this ambush spot again. Iron checks it this time. They take him out pretty cleanly. Only 1 bite taken.
Running into PvE everywhere. These whips really aren't doing much. They aren't even hitting them. Reactor will get cleaned up right away. Solo pushed down to vent, but it's going to be a quick rotation by 1 or 2 of the lurks to clean shades up.
But this single Marine down here in ventilation is going to allow them to get this crossroads gate up uncontested.
Oh, I didn't even see the crossroads gate drop. Yep.
It's because I'm better than you.
I'm just tired. WASDing around.
The lazy cast.
The lazy cast. One hand casting. Enzo's in for a surprise if he makes this. Oh, there's 2 fades.
Press down,
getting
getting
cornered.
up the booty. Doesn't take any damage from it though. Well, hardly any. Simba moving these whips around really nicely. Trying to force the Marines out of position.
But all these whips are dying though. He's still only on one spur. That 10-minute mark, which is pretty crazy.
And they're going base again. I think this is a mistake, but it might actually force the beacon.
It shouldn't. Nope, it'll push him off. But Crossroads Gate, they need to get through that quickly. That's a dead gate.
I'm kind of surprised that worked. One of the Marines started running out towards Comp Lab instead of phasing right away. As soon as you're forced back to base, you need to be looking to protect your phase gates, because that's going to be the next play they go for.
Good call getting that vent gate just to back up. More whips going into Atrium, take out the power of the node there. Marines are still on 5 RTs, even though the map looks ridiculously crazy with all these cysts everywhere. Aliens down to 2.
Marines on 6 RTs now. Ari and
Marines.
Cookie trying to clean up a little bit. So
Need more
many
than one guy.
cysts.
Yeah, I know.
Could have dropped a hive by now.
Finally have 3 spurs though.
Cookie and Ari should have pushed in for this RT assist before backing out. They had plenty of time to do so. But it looks like they're all going to push back for a Crossroads Gate. I guess they were just looking for the pinch. They're going for the RT now. Sembo recognizing that they're open a little bit and trying to drop these assists, but they're not going to grow in time to do anything. The RT is just going to die. Marines down to 3 RTs.
I don't know if I would keep these 3 Marines in and lose the gear they have. I would back them out right now.
Well, they have enough res to buy more shotguns, but you're right. The entire Marine alien team is responding. I would actually probably beacon them to save their equipment.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
This gate's in danger if the aliens try to go straight there. Shades turns around and starts booking it. But it looks like they're trying to cover her crossroads to get cover and prevent a crossroads gate instead. How far are we from Onos? He's at 51. 4 RTs. It's going to be about 2 minutes. Cookie and Ari are going to retrieve their shotguns and probably kill this RT again. Did they not get any of the guns back? They got one
Nope,
shotgun back.
they disappeared.
They got one. They
One
got
of them. Back up and save your stuff. You know you're gonna get the whole pull. They're all gonna pull.
And that's why they should have picked assists right when they went in there. It would have been easier to kill that RT if there were fresh assists on it.
This might be a dead gate as well.
Yeah. Shades should be able to pull him off. Gets a skulk, which prevents the phase gate from going down. Now they have opportunities to kill fades. Breast down getting really low. He's pinched by Iron. Iron doesn't really see him coming out though, and he misses AD as well. That could have been 2 life form picks that Iron could have gotten with a well-timed scan or something here. Shoes coming into a lot of Marines. Ari just runs right by him though. Iron with a shotgun goes out of line of sight over the doorway. Shoe could have gone through. AD going for bites on a shotgun. Weapons to shotguns are nothing to fool around with. He's gonna wait for the fade, and Cowboy should get taken out pretty easily.
Getting this crossgate reestablished might be the smartest move right now.
They have to be pretty quick about it because the entire alien team is converging. Shade should pull for it as well.
I think they might need 3. Shades did pull. Hopefully we'll be able to save this.
Cowboy and Cooking threatening the pinch on them, so they should be able to get this up. Cowboy doesn't have to go all the way into Crossroads though. He gets away from Cookie and away out of line of sight at Crossroads, and he gets picked. I really hope that Kane is keeping an awareness of the Onos timer, because the Onos is right about to come up.
Yeah, it's usually about 15 to 16 minutes on about 3 nodes for the aliens. That's a dead gate.
If they stop phasing, if they phase to cross and then run to pipe junction, they could pinch some life forms, but it's too late already.
They lose both gates here if they don't be careful.
Simba just progressing slowly, using whips to take out the RTs on the top side and the power nodes. Kane should be looking to get cat packs soon, but this Onos is already coming out.
Sweetie Onos. Which is kind of odd since Sweetie's playstyle is purely ambushing. Now he's this giant lumbering Onos that you can hear from a mile away.
But he still ambushes people with it. It's kind of amazing. Something to note is that the aliens have not lost any life forms yet. They're doing a really good job of not getting out of position and not overcommitting. I think this is the cross, maybe not. They managed to chip the other life forms enough that the Onos can't come across safely. Aliens going up on 6 RTs, Marines down to 3. I think this is signaling the end of this game.
Just about.
As long as neither of the fades go down and the Onos doesn't go down, I think we can call this game for the aliens. There goes Crossroads Gate. 2 Marines out of position, 1 gets picked without any life forms taking damage. They're gonna have to collapse in order to save it, but even then it'll be kinda close.
No, they'll get the beat down.
If everybody shot the Onos would have died. But 2 people were shooting at the lurk.
Yeah, now the alien res 16, 16 extractors, kind of getting out of control. With 5 extractors now. Anything above 4 is just utter ridiculousness.
See luck, the Sweetie ambush, even though Cowboy sees.
Even with silence, the Ono still makes noise, so he can't really do much. Looks like Marines are gearing up for a... This looks like a high push.
Yeah, they're gonna try to pick the Onos.
They need to be together. Iron's a little bit out in front. Onos is coming in. They need to keep their gun reloaded. Onos will melt. They all targeted. That's a dead Onos.
This could actually be game. If they pick another life form here, need meds for Iron. Shoe's already hurt. He can't heal. He has to heal at the hive, or at the crag. There goes Shoe. The biggest danger to shotgun pushes, the lurks are down. Wow.
Already needs to get back in there.
Wow, 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 wow.
Need to group up. They're really split right now.
Stay together and re-weld. Shades is really far away from his team.
Just hang up and weld. Shades, there's no reason for me to be over there. Just a target.
Weld, weld, weld. Weld each other. This is really intense. A well-timed push by Singularity. Simba's back in the hive. Ari needs a couple of med packs. Need to get these skulks down. Somebody walled Ari.
Don't go back for the hive.
Marines just got two split up. They came in, they got the Onos pick, they got both lurk picks. If they just stayed in a big group and away from the hive, they could have camped the eggs and also killed the hive. The hive is down to 47% and they weren't even focus firing it.
Fades has enough for 3 shotguns. They can do this again if he buys some guns for his team.
And now would be a good time to do it with Cowboy
exactly
up
what
here
he's doing.
pulling everybody up to Atrium. And here they go again. If this time they all stay together, we have 80 going lurk again. They only have to worry about one lurk. They have an LMG with them, which will... Oh, Cookie's just lost a shotgun, didn't he?
Where'd Cookie go?
He fell down the pit and lost a shotgun.
What's he doing by the pit?
I don't know, I think he fell off the ramp.
Oh my goodness.
Enzo almost getting fixed. We do have some whips in here, which will prevent the good space from being taken by the Marines. Ari's got to try to keep a couple more shells in. Oh, 80 went fade and died. They really need a lurk for this, not a fade. Ari getting fixed.
Need to stop splitting up.
This was those two pushes were the best chance that Singularity was going to have to win the game, and they almost did it. It was such a good push. They just needed to keep it a little bit tighter and not stop trying to go back behind the hive to pick the fades. If you just kill the hive, the fades can't heal at all. The other hive wasn't built yet. You could have just beaconed and sent everybody up there.
After they picked both fades and the other ones just got overzealous and thought they could just split up and try to pinch the fades while they were in there. And
they slowly got chipped down. They didn't weld each other promptly like they needed to. Oh, they're pushing back in, which kind of is a mistake. I guess they think they want to get these shotguns back. They think it's the only chance they have to win, which is likely true. Shu is up as an Onus now, and he's coming to the cross gate. The hive is already up at 60%. 80 has a gorge with the crag on heal wave.
And that's about it.
That's gonna be game. Good call by Kane. I don't even know if it was Kane's call. But good call by Singularity, trying to push for the win. GG's call.
And that's it. 3-1 Gnarcolepsy taking this game.
A really good showing by Singularity. As long as they keep working this season to improve, I think they, if we see a rematch later in the season or in playoffs, I think Singularity stands a good chance of taking some more rounds or outright winning. That's going to be it for this cast. And follow if you like what you see, or even if you don't like it, follow anyways. And we'll see you next time with the Golden Joshi BM cast.